And now, as promised, turn to another guest of ours, a current member of Congress, Jeffries, representing New York. Thanks for being here during a difficult time for New York and a lot of parts of the country.
Thanks for having me.
Your view of how the president is conducting himself and what is the nature of the threat as you see it, attacks?
Well, it's a serious threat that has targeted two former presidents, high-ranking governmental officials, and public figures who have been very critical of the president. That's a very troubling pattern that suggests that there was provocation based on the politics of the moment that we're in. Words matter. Leadership is important. It starts at the top. And the president has chosen to respond to the chaos, crisis, and confusion of the moment by basically showing depraved indifference to human life. And that's been shameful and shocking. And the only way for the American people to respond through their goodness is going to be through the power of the ballot that has been given to us by our founding fathers to show that this is not okay, that we are better than this, and to impose a check and balance on this president on November 6th.
So you think he's making it worse?
He absolutely is making it worse. Presidents can either unite or they can divide. They can either bring people together or they can tear us apart. And Donald Trump has clearly chosen to tear us apart by showing indifference at best and definitely provocation at worst in terms of what has taken place. It's not even clear that he has the ability to show human compassion for what has taken place, and that is perhaps the biggest tragedy of it all. He's been on this earth for 70-plus years. It's clear to us that he is not going to change.
He said yesterday during his more scripted part of this, well, we have to accept the outcome of elections. But he was the first modern nominee of a major party who said at a presidential debate in front of everyone that he wouldn't agree in advance to accepting the outcome of the election. He would wait and see until Election Day, and he happened to win. I wonder what you think of that contrast and the debate that's going to continue, I think, as long as he's president, about when he comes out and he says the bare minimum of what he seems to be assigned or what's on script, and then goes on and acts in a way that's contra to whatever was written for him.
Well, he's someone who clearly has authority and tendencies, and when given the chance, he always shows us who he is. Initially, he'll respond based on a script, show some humanity, but then when he's unleashed from the script or the teleprompter, basically communicate what he really thinks about the matter. And that is quite unfortunate, because this is not a situation where it's Democrats versus Republicans, the left versus the right, progressives or conservatives. This is a life or death matter. This is when leadership is really required at the top, and he has failed the American people.